Okay, so here we go. Trisha and Snehashish are outside Navi Mumbai, and as usual, there was a bit of a internet issue there with jammers. So, Shopnil, if you could make them full screen, please, because then we can understand the crowd. Because I can see a lot of people behind Trisha and Snehashish there on the left hand side. Shopnil, once again, full screen for Trisha and Snehashish. No, 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 no. Yeah, keep this. Keep this. This is Trisha and Snehashish outside the Navi Mumbai Stadium, India versus New Zealand, 45 minutes away. Trisha, Snehashish, over to you.
It's I mean, an electrifying atmosphere with the scorching heat. There's so much. It's so hot and humid, Boryada, that dew will play a huge role. But as you can see, a number of Smriti Mandana, Harmanpreet Kaur T-shirts here, and people are pouring in numbers for this match. We had not expected this many people. We did expect that there will definitely be a bit of a crowd, but just look how much you know people are coming. There are kids. There is flags being sold. I think it's fitting of a quarterfinal. The way the crowd has gathered.
Tell me something. First, most important, yesterday it rained. Day before there was a
Yeah,
chance. What is it like? You said hot and humid. Is there a chance
yeah.
of
It's
rain? No. What is happening with the weather?
it's absolutely clear skies this side. So it does not seem like there's a lot of rain there, but also the hot and humid part is where there are chances that there can be passing showers, and the other part, of course, is New Zealand wherever they go has been bringing in shower with them. So could well be, since it's a New Zealand match, there could be a lot of showers, but nothing that will not let the game happen. It will be passing.
Snehashish, quick comment from you if
Yes.
you can come in. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Set it up for me. Set it up for me. Like Trisha said, plenty of excitement, plenty of fans, massive stakes. This is one of those games which has huge stakes. You guys settle down. There's no hurry. I know that you had to walk quite a bit. It's hot and humid. There are jammers. Once you all stand, take your time.
Uh,
It's absolutely
yeah,
fine.
there we go.
When you settle down, there you go. Set it up for me, Snehashish. Plenty at stake. Yesterday in that press conference, Amol said quite a few things. People have already asked about Amol and strike rate, but there is a lot of talk about Jemima replacing Harleen. There are some vuvuzela sounds coming from behind also. Yes.
Uh, Yes, absolutely. Yesterday in the press conference, Aman Majumdar was asked about the decision of dropping Jemima Rodriguez in the last game. So he said that Jamie took that very sportingly. She didn't look that surprised and all. She as a team member she took that decision. But both me and Trishadi do not think like that because the facial expression that we got from Jemima Rodriguez during that match, we understood that maybe that was not that much pleasant for her, and it should be because the batter suddenly to get a six bowler in your team, you are dropping Jemima Rodriguez. I think it's understandable, but let's see what happens today. Already Amol said yesterday that it was very hard decision to take at that moment, but let's see what decision they take today only because obviously you all know the six bowling option is very crucial for the team. But again, who will be there? Either Harlin or Jemima. So whether they will stick with Harlin or they will come up with Jemima in place of who's Amanjot or maybe in place of Harlin, that we have to see.
Trisha, same question. Is Jemima coming back and what is your team?
I do think that India will stick with the same playing 11. Jemmy is not coming in. From the practice yesterday, it was pretty clear that Jemmy is definitely in Smriti Mandana's scheme of things. But as far as Harman and Amol Majumdar were concerned, I think Harleen got an extended batting session. Did seem that Renuka at the end of the session seemed like she was either cramping up or something. Until unless that is something serious where Renuka has to miss out, I don't see India changing their playing 11. And as far as Amol Majumdar's press conference is concerned, I think this is something I've said in the video also. Boryada, after the first two questions, I kid you not, I thought, am I sitting in the same press conference that I was sitting in after the India Australia game? It's the same answers. Somebody is giving them a booklet of answers and they come and repeat those answers. You do not find clarity. For somebody to say that Pratika's strike rate is all right and he did not even address the Harleen strike rate issue. So you kind of know that, there are a lot of issues which are being brushed under the carpet, and probably, you're just going ahead in the tournament. As far as Jemmy taking it nicely is concerned, that is all for media. I think the moment India was out there, you could see it all over Jemmy's face that she was not as involved as she generally is, and she was frowning and sitting quietly. So I don't think that she took it nicely, and probably it's not easy for her either. But yes, I see only if there's a forced change as far as Renuka is concerned, then Jemmy coming in. Otherwise, India sticking with the same playing level.
Yeah, lots of answers there from Trisha there. I mean, making us sort of clear this thing about Amol's press conference. And there are a few questions already. I mean, the re-row can't, this was a question about the strike rate. So let's take that because she's already addressed that. So let me take this. What do you make of Amol's statement on strike rates not being an issue? Everyone except the team management seem to know what the issues are. Snehashish.
Yes, I think when you see the overall strike rate, it's around 83. It's decent, I will say. But the problem is not the overall strike rate. The problem is, when Pratika Rawal gets the start, she scores quickly those 20, 30s. But then when the power play ends, then the problem starts. Then she, gets stuck when it comes to the strike rotation and all against spin, especially against spin. So I think that is the problem that after playing 25, 30 balls and scoring those 20, 30 runs quickly, she struggles and she batted around 30, 35, 40 strike rate. So that is the problem that he needed to point it out, I think, in the press conference.
Yes, he needed to be clear about
Yes,
that.
rather than talking about the overall, because overall, when you see the overall strike rate, it is good. After playing what 25, 30 matches, she's batting at an average of 49, close to an at a strike rate of 83. I think it's decent one. But the problem is, in the recent matches, she has struggled after those quick 20, 30s, after playing those 25, 30 balls. I think that is the area that needed to be addressed, and that is what she didn't do, and that is why that the problem that everyone is having with that answer.
Vidhi asks, what is it? No. Sharanya Haldar, I guess Jemmy is the home girl here at Mumbai. She should play. So quite a bit of clamor for Jemima Rodriguez, Trisha. She is the home girl,
See,
yes, but yeah.
home goal is one thing, but if we had to go by that, then somebody actually in the press conference, let me tell you something.
Right.
I mean, I keep telling you, Boria, that I do complain a lot about the kind of questions asked. You know that, right? You know that I keep cribbing. So somebody actually asked in Guwahati to Harmanpreet Kaur, because that was the only
Last
press
match.
conference that she has attended in the entire World Cup. It was before the Sri Lanka match, where she was asked if Uma Chetri is going to play, because Uma Chetri is the home girl in Guwahati. So, she would know the home conditions. I don't think it is about home conditions. I think it is about your best playing 11. Right now, India has got the combination correct. So, I wouldn't say that India is one batter short, but I would say they have not got their best playing 11 there. They have got the combination correct, but not the best people out there. And that is something that needs to be addressed. And Jemmy comes in that best playing 11. Harleen doesn't, for me at least. Home, not home, just does not matter.
इंडिया टीम एवरीडे रोज आते हैं, इंपॉर्टेंट मैच बोलते हैं, फिर हार जाते हैं, फिर भी वर्ल्ड कप में बने रहते हैं. Sports fan, I mean, you're a regular viewer, you got to know that there is a tournament, there is an itinerary, there is a format. So that is the format that India and everyone else is following. As long as you win today, those losses won't matter, sports fans. So it's absolutely imperative that you back this team at least today and the next game. After that, whatever post-mortem you want to do, or any one of us want to do, we can do that. But for now and today, it's very, very important to back this team. Snehashish, Trisha already said, and I can see behind you lots of people compared to some of the other games. Indore also, there was a good amount of people. So today with this crowd support, how important do you reckon this kind of support in Navi Mumbai can be for Indian teams? Snehashish.
Yeah, absolutely. I think me and Trisha, they are quite surprised to see this amount of people, because yesterday also we came for the practice. There was not so much, buzz about the match. Even we are discussing, some media people also that it's looking like, there will be not so much crowd. It would have been better if the match was played in, Wankhede or,
Yeah.
Brabon Stadium. But it is so good to see that so many people turning up, because it's a very vital match for the team, and as a home team, you need that support. This support, even Sophie Devine, New Zealand captain, also pointed out in the press conference yesterday that we all know that the crowd support will be there. It will be another challenge for us. But she also mentioned that Amelia Kerr has played for Mumbai Indians here few games, so she expects some of them to come up to support Amelia and maybe New Zealand also. But it will be tricky. It will be tricky for them. But it is so good to see in this scorching heats. It's very difficult when we are struggling a bit also.
Yes.
But yeah, I think so good to see. I think team will cherish this, and hopefully these people will be as will play a good support role for the team.
I think you will add on to the pressure as well. The kind of crowd that has turned up for the Women's World Cup. I have been following Women's Cricket for the longest. I had expected crowd to turn up, but the screaming, the shouting, the horns, the kind of music that they have come with, dhol, and all sorts of things, and not only here, everywhere else. I'm not 100% sure whether they have added to the pressure or they have added to the game. And it is such that, in the press box, we are going to take water. So you are kind of climbing up, and suddenly the crowd is screaming. You are thinking either there is a wicket gone or something of that sort, and then you realize somebody has just fielded the ball. That's it. And they're screaming at their loudest. In this heat at 3 p.m., it's not easy at all here. As you can see, my towel is out because we are profusely sweating. But kids, family, and the best part is you will see families, 5 people, 6 people coming in, all wearing, two of them wearing Smriti shirt, two of them wearing Virat t-shirt,
Right.
two Harman t-shirt. So yes, there's a lot of craze.
Are these paid tickets, or they have been distributing tickets? What is this? Are these paid? I mean, then it will be an
Well,
absolute.
yesterday what we knew, this is not a sold out. So could be paid, could be some could be passes, because when I asked in the ticket counter yesterday, they said about 60% of the tickets that were being sold has been sold, and that's why Snehashish and I have been expecting to see a lower amount of crowd. But the crowd I'm seeing today, if 60% of the tickets have been sold, then this is way more than that.
There
So
is
has to be passes. Yeah, here's more than 60% here. So definitely has to be passes. I'm quite sure.
Sports fan, we've already discussed about Amol's PC, bizarre PC, or ignorance, overconfidence, whatever you want to call it. You've called it that, not me. So we've discussed that. Let me take some other questions and I'll come to that if need be. 50% of the day is already ruined because of Virat's duck. Now, dear women's team, please not make it 100%. Jeetna hai aaj, says Fit Monk, our regular viewer. Trisha,
या सीरियसली फिट मॉन्क जीतना है, क्योंकि सच बताओ तो मेरा भी सुबह सुबह उठ के मैंने आई एम अ लिटिल अंडर द वेदर, सो सुबह सुबह उठ के मैंने द फर्स्ट थिंग आई सॉ वाज विराट गेटिंग आउट ऑन द डक. Now I don't want anything of that sort to happen to the women's team, but most importantly in this weather, for a change, an Indian captain has to win the toss for God's sake. एंड मैच तो बाद में जीतेंगे, इस वेदर में टॉस जीतना बहुत ही अहम हो जाएगा, because this toss could actually decide the match. The kind of humidity that is there, there will be a lot of dew in the evening. Yesterday evening also, when New Zealand was practicing, even though there was a lot of rain day before yesterday, there was passing shower yesterday, but there was a lot of dew.
Yes.
And that's why I think it's important that Harmanpreet Kaur, for a change, wins the toss.
Trisha, if India loses, I will book your ticket directly to Calcutta. Sriyansh Jain. Don't worry.
मैंने क्या किया बात, मेरे पे क्यों दिल मार रहे हो? मैं तो यार अपना तो मेहनत कर रही हूँ, मैं थोड़ी बैटिंग करूंगी.
Sriyansh Jain. Okay, this is a good question. The best thing about this World Cup has been the limelight and discourse the women's game has had. A lot of discussions in social media. I see a lot more families viewing matches on TV. Good question. Very good question. Whoever wants to take
Yes,
it. Trisha.
you should tell them what Sophie Devine has said about exactly this topic yesterday in the press conference. She had said,
Yes, absolutely. And she talked about the way the World Cup has panned out. Obviously, she was not happy with the rain cutting their game time, but she also appreciated the amount of people have turned up for the matches, and especially even in Sri Lanka games also, whenever there is no rain, people have turned up, especially for the Sri Lankan game. So she talked about that, and she also said that, as I mentioned earlier also, that for this game for this game only, a lot of people will come and hopefully, some support will be there.
Also,
For
I think what I liked was when Sophie Devine said, you know what, since people have started supporting us and helping the game or cheering for the game as much as they do for men's cricket, and we can clearly see that in this part of the world, we deserve the criticism of that level. And in fact, I don't want women's cricket to just grow. I want it to go beyond men's cricket as well. So I think she was extremely encouraged seeing the crowd turn out, not only in India but in Sri Lanka as well. And I think Guwahati set that precedent. India versus Sri Lanka in Guwahati, I could clearly, in Boryada, the Indian team bus was coming in, and all the players had come to the side where the crowd was entering from, because they knew that the crowd was cheering at their loudest, and they cheered for the Indian team, they cheered for the Sri Lankan team, and they cheered for the Afghanistan team as well. So the crowd has been absolutely fabulous, and I think most of them aren't in any of those toxic Twitterities.
Okay, so as far as the men's is concerned, Australia 2 down for 54 in 12 overs is the score at the moment. Again, plenty of questions on Australia. Because we are on Australia, let me take this. Vaibhav Taragi, once our regular viewer. Vaibhav says, I can see Healy lifting the World Cup this year. Man, itna dominate kaun karta hai? Vaibhav Taragi of Australia. Fitmonk, Sutherland sacrificing her 100 yesterday for the team. Typical championship DNA, like the men's team. Respect. Nisha Snehashish, take it.
Absolutely. I think this happened with the other day, Healy and Litchfield as well. Litchfield was on 88, and Healy, even after reaching her 100, was going for sixes. And we are like, give Litchfield the time to score. But Litchfield came after the match and said that it did not matter. I was enjoying batting, and Healy was in great form, so I asked her to finish the match. Same goes for Sutherland. She was on 98, and we were thinking that, the way she led the batting,
chasing.
yeah, while chasing, she deserved that 100. But yeah, absolutely typical Australian mentality. The century does not matter. What matters is the team winning. And I think Beth Mooney also, against Bangladesh, after scoring that century, had said, I have not come here for the century, I have come here for the win. So the mentality is very different. Yeah, I think I saw a tweet, Boryada, that was extremely funny. Somebody said, from the next time, keep Australia away from the group stage matches, let all the teams play, and then have a final between them.
Okay.
And take that team to play against Australia, because it's anyway a waste.
Sriyank Jain, do you think any IPL team or Indian cricket should hire Australian women's player as their mentor because of the mindset?
I don't know. I think for WPL side we can say about that, but I am not sure about the internet
IPL.
Yeah, for IPL team it's fine, but yeah, obviously the mentality is different.
Yeah.
As Vishati mentioned yesterday, also Ashley Gardner's second century in this World Cup, and when she bats so down, lower down the order, still she managed to score those match-winning 100. That shows the mentality, that shows the hunger also, and the ability to win the game from any kind of situation. Because if you see, Australian batters have struggled a bit,
Yeah.
especially their top order throughout the tournament. But it's the middle order or the lower middle order that has come up. Even Alana King scoring the unbeaten 50s also. So I think that's the difference. But as that question was about hiring a mentor, hiring an Australian mindset for as a mentor, I think that could be done in a franchise cricket, not for an international side.
Yeah, I mean, their whole setup has that mindset. So I think, wasn't that one of the reasons, Boria, that you will be able to tell this better? That, the players always wanted foreign coaches. This is the mindset. But foreign coaches have not been extremely, like, it's not a guarantee of success, right? Just to have foreign coaches.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people tried it, and thereafter they've gone to Indian coaches as well. But Aussies, if you see the history of the IPL, you will see a plethora of Australian coaches just because of this whole mindset issue. Trisha, ma'am, Sneha, Shivashish. Arey bhai, your naam Snehashish, Fitmonk. It's not Shivashish, it's Snehashish. At least naam to sahi bata. 10 on 10, too much heat. Please take care. Fitmonk, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Snehashish, you have a new name.
Snehashish here has been having quite a few names. Somebody in the press box called him Prathamesh. Somebody called him by his father's name, Devashish. So there's a lot of names that he has been getting.
Good. So Snehashish, you are popular. Uh, Important. Trisha, you did a piece today and a video rather. You Trisha, don't worry. Kolkata প্রচুর গরম garmi আছে হ্যাঁ. Kolkata is as hot. I mean, how is October end this bad? God alone knows. But it's maybe because of the pollution for the crackers which are continuously going off, still off. Today also is Bhashan, and we will see enormous amount of firecrackers. Nobody cares for anything. Maybe because of that. But Snehashish sir, sorry, my bad fitbang, no problem. We understood you're a regular viewer and there was no disrespect meant. That's totally fine. Trisha, coming to that Smriti Mandhana video, she's done well in the last two games. She'd want to prove a point again. How important is now Smriti Mandhana this particular game? Leading from the front, different between captain and leader. She is becoming that leading presence in the dressing room and has performed in this World Cup, at least in the last two big games. Thoughts?
Absolutely. I think this is the game where Smriti can silence all the demons inside her head as well. You know, we have known that Smriti has been a good batter, and I've always said this that Smriti is a good batter. But she's yet to become a great batter because in tough contests, in knockouts, you know, this is almost like a knockout. Yes, you have India, Bangladesh. If you win that game, you'll be through to the semis. But this game is extremely, extremely important. And these are the games where she needs to perform to even tell herself that, yes, I have the leadership quality not only by words but by actions as well. And that's why I think it is also important that all the young guns, you know, when they see, when they concede Smriti as a leader and then they see Smriti performing, you know, whatever she is teaching them, she is putting things into action. That is when I think that acceptance will increase, and eventually when she takes up after this World Cup, then you know, it will be a very, very comfortable and perfect spot for Smriti, because if she does not perform today, then the question goes back to the fact that you know, on in tough matches when India has needed the most, Smriti Mandana has not stood up. She cannot repeat that.
Tell me something. What is the exact permutation combination? India, even if India loses today, they beat Bangladesh, they up the NRR, they can still go through. What is the
Yeah.
permutation combination? Explain the qualification scenario for our viewers.
Absolutely. Actually, even today, if India managed to beat New Zealand, then it is mostly confirmed that India will play that semi-final, because according to the ICC rule book, the number of wins, you know, you consider the number of wins rather than considering the net
Yeah.
frontage.
Yeah.
So if India defeat New Zealand today, they will go with 3 wins. And New Zealand will be there with 1 win. So in the next match, if somehow India managed to lose against Bangladesh and New Zealand defeat England, then both teams will end up with 6 points. The net rate will be different also. But India will be there with 3 wins, while New Zealand will be there 2 wins, because 2 points they have gathered from 2 games. They have more wins than New Zealand. That is why India will be getting that fourth place in that semi-final race. So that is the permutation combination as of now. But I think the best equation for India, just go out, win both the games, and just take that place in
And
the
finish all controversies.
And whatever happens, India is going to play Australia, right, in the semi-final?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so there you go. That's the permutation combination for you. India, if they win today, they are surely through. Even if they are not but winning today, they still have a chance. But they are going to play Australia in that semi-final, and clearly it will be one of those big, big, big games. Can they cause the upset of the World Cup and knock Australia out? But that's a little far. We've got to wait for now to see where that is headed, and obviously we will be bringing you all of that. Dipesh Vyas, today might be the biggest match, not just for this World Cup, but for overall women's cricket legacy in India. Your views, Trisha? Basically, one of the biggest games. That's what he's trying to ask.
Yes, I was also of the same opinion, and I still am of the same opinion that. But only thing is the way I am seeing, people warming up to women's cricket. I have been speaking to a lot of people, and yesterday, in fact, I wanted. I was a little kind of caffeine deficit was happening. So I ran to get coffee here in the nearby cafe. And the way they saw the acrid and jumped and said, "Ma'am, are you covering the World Cup?" I said, "Yes." What a fascinating World Cup. Have you seen Litchfield bat? Have you seen? So it has now not, it is no more only being aware about the India game. It is also about being aware of, the whole women's game. The toss is done, the teams are out. Quickly check. So it is also about people being aware, people wanting to do well. In fact, I got a little late. He was not very happy with it. He was like, where are you? I said, people are holding me up.
New Zealand have won the toss and opted to bowl first.
Yeah, I was about to say that
Yes.
New Zealand have won the toss and have opted to field. That's the update. So India once again batting first. Will have to bowl under due. Will have to bowl under a lot of dew. Sophie Devine says we are going to bowl first. Surface doesn't change much, so that's what it is.
He was
Uh,
right about breathing.
New Zealand have won the toss and have opted to field. That's the update. Trisha, we were dreading this, but it has happened again. India doesn't win races, men or women. That's one common.
I think we need a toss coach. We have all sorts of coaches, right? Batting coach, bowling coach. We need it before even mindset coach. We need a toss coach. In fact, there was a small clip where everybody is celebrating Diwali, and Harmanpreet Kaur, the Indian captain, is actually practicing spinning the coin. But apparently she has still not got it right. And I think, Boriada, we have got the New Zealand team absolutely correct, because yesterday in the practice we were saying that Brie Ealing is struggling. We could see that she was struggling with an injury, and rightly so. She is replaced by
Rosemary Mayer was there.
Lee Tahu, who
Yeah,
has
yeah,
come back.
yes.
Lee Tahu has come back in place of Brie Ealing. And Jemima is back in place of Amanjot Kaur. So apparently against New Zealand, we don't need six bowlers. Now, I don't know what to say to this.
Renuka is there.
Renuka is there, thankfully. Um,
Only change is
right now, there's only one change. Right now, the kind of breeze that's blowing, I do think that New Zealand bowlers will get some purchase, especially pacers, more than spinners. Pacers will get a bit of purchase in from this DY Patil track, but overall, it's a batting track. India has to score about 300.
I will give you a solution to this toss problem. Every day now, make it a point, a religious point almost. Diligently tell Pooja to put a card saying India has lost the toss. India will start winning every day. I think this is our 100% on this. If Pooja is
This
watching,
is correct.
Pooja will make a card. India has lost the toss. We will try this from the next game. Saturday men's
Done.
game, women's game. We will
Done.
try this and see. Put it in our work
Done.
that India has to do this. Okay, toss is
Done.
not Anirudh Malu. India bats first, then we'll good score. What is a good score considering due in mind? That's what Anirudh Malu wants to ask.
More than 300.
Yes.
Pooja is writing for sure. I'll do. So you have
Nice.
Pooja volunteering for it. Now that we have Pooja in the mix, there is no way any other team will win the toss. This is our certain guarantee, and we can charge both Indian men's team and women's team, for
We
this,
should.
because if we make them win the toss anyway. So 300 is what both of you reckon. What is the pattern you think India will adopt? Pratika Rawal, any change you see in approach? He looked under pressure to me in the last game, gave it away after that first boundary through cover, then that edge. How are you seeing India approach this innings up front?
I think there will be no such change in their approach, because if you see in the Australian game also, when we got that 155-run opening stand, there was no such anything certain changes that they made. They played their natural cricket, both Smriti Mandhana and Pratika Rawal. I think that will be their template today also. because the main focus will be not to lose that wicket quickly, not to lose that opening wicket quickly, at least get those 80, 100, 120 runs to get that platform. But again, the main thing, obviously, what we have been talking about, Aman Mujumdar is saying about finish the game well. I think the batters have to finish the game well to reach that 320, 330, 350 run mark. What we didn't do against Australia, we fell short by 20, 30 runs despite scoring 330. So as Trishadi said that this is a batting track ultimately. In the first 5, 6 overs, there must be some patches from the wicket with the new ball. At least it is good that you are not facing Breeling,
I think there is a bit of an internet problem at their end at this point. Clearly, must be an issue of the jammer. Shopnil, can you just make this full screen? And Shopnil, make me full screen, please. Yeah, there you go. I think it's a bit of an internet issue at Trisha and Snehashish's end. We would have anyway finished the show in the next few minutes. There you go. They've joined back again, provided the internet is back. No, maybe they're still struggling with the jammer. DY Patil and Navi Mumbai has that problem. Oh, phone has gone off. That's what they're writing to me. The phone has gone off because of the excessive heat. This is what was happening to us every single day in Dubai. This was happening to us every single day in Dubai during the Asia Cup, and it's happened. It's happened here in Navi Mumbai also because of the excessive heat. Arjo Chatterjee, Virat Kohli done finally. What for? Couple of failures and somebody's done. You reckon this guy did not even get in? Not at all. Rohit Sharma was very, very impressive in the sense did not give it away. Virat, it was a good ball, but no. A couple of games don't get anyone done. Yes, he should have played he needs game time. He should have played the India A matches. That is now very apparent. He needs game time. Even if he misses out in Sydney, I don't think one series or 3 games or 2 matches is an index of anyone getting done. After 9, maybe a cluster, that South Africa and New Zealand, you and I can have a chat on this, not before. Let me see if Trisha and Snehashish are able to join back. There they are. There they are. Final closing comments. This is what was happening every day in Dubai.
My phone has switched itself off because of the heat. It's saying it's too hot, which needs to be switched off.
It was happening every single day with us in Dubai during the Asia Cup. After every 20 minutes, the phone would go off. But anyway, let's take closing comments because you guys need to go in. 2:40 match starts in about 20 minutes from now. So what do you reckon, Snehashish, Trisha, losing the toss? Do we still have a chance? Are you giving India a chance of 300 plus? Is India winning? Where's your money today? Snehashish first and then Trisha, closing comments.
yes, I will give India obviously a chance. Obviously, you have to score around 310, 320 minimum. But if you see the New Zealand batting lineup, they have struggled, and obviously there are 2 main batters. If you manage to keep both, Sophie and Amelia Kerr in check, then I think it will not be a problem. Despite obviously you will play a huge role in the second, no doubt about that. But still, the quality of bowlers we have. Obviously, we don't have the 6 bowling option today, but still, with 5 bowlers, if we manage to score around 310, 320, and if we manage to get the wickets of Amelia Kerr and Sophie quickly, I think things would have been easy. Would have been easy for India, and hopefully they can come up with a win.
Absolutely.
And Harmanpreet Kaur will bowl a few overs possible today, just to give you that balance.
Yes, Harman will bowl a few overs because she has also played in DY Patil, of course, being from Mumbai Indians. But Boryada, I think it all depends on Smriti Mandana. If Smriti Mandana goes on to, in fact, I claim this, if Smriti Mandana goes on to get a 3-figure mark today, India is winning. Otherwise, I don't see India winning.
Trisha makes a big call about Smriti Mandana. Snehashish says he's giving India a chance. We will come back mid-innings, folks. It's 2:41, so these guys need to go in. They've walked quite a bit to be able to come and join the show, so they need to walk back.
Yeah, we have to walk for half an hour, I think.
So I let them go, and it's very hot out there in Mumbai, so I let them go with a promise to come back mid-innings for the show. Hopefully, a good Indian innings of 300 plus, setting the game up. One of the most important matches of this particular World Cup. Trisha, Snehashish, thank you very much. And to everyone watching, thank you very much for joining us.